In the natural world, we often assume that every action of animals has a reason. Lions kill to eat. Birds hunt to survive. Fish attack fiercely out of instinct. They fight for power to maintain their position within the group. But sometimes, there are actions that make humans stop and wonder. Can animals exhibit mental abnormalities like humans? The short answer is, there may be abnormal behaviors. But calling them mental in the human sense is dangerous and easily misinterpreted. Researchers have documented many abnormal behaviors in animals, especially in captivity, such as meaningless repetition, self-harm, extreme fear, or abnormal social responses. However, diagnosing animals using human psychiatric concepts remains very difficult because we cannot ask them what they are thinking, feeling, or what intentions are going through their heads. When people hear the word mental, we often immediately think of dangerous images: a cold-blooded person, an unsympathetic person, someone who harms others without remorse. But in nature, things are much more complex. A ferocious animal is not necessarily crazy. A killer animal is not necessarily evil. An animal that shows no mercy is not necessarily a cold-blooded killer. In animals, behavior usually stems from three major factors: the instinct for survival, the environment, the nervous and emotional state. A bear attacking a person isn't necessarily evil. It might be protecting its cubs. A dog biting its owner isn't necessarily mentally ill. It might be in pain, afraid, or have been abused. A monkey attacking its own kind isn't necessarily insane. It might be vying for a position in the hierarchy. In animal behavior research, scientists are often cautious when using the term mental disorder, because directly applying human standards to animals easily leads to anthropomorphism, attributing human emotions and thoughts to another species. Therefore, instead of asking, "Is this animal mentally ill?" a more accurate question is this behavior unusual for its species, and what caused it? One of the places where abnormal behavior is most easily observed isn't in the deep forest. It's in cages, in dilapidated zoos, in laboratories, in industrial farms, in cramped apartments, in places where animals' natural instincts are shut down. Many primates in captivity can develop abnormal behaviors such as pacing, body rocking, self-biting, feather plucking, or self-harm. These behaviors are often related to unsuitable living conditions, lack of stimulation, lack of socialization, or prolonged stress. Imagine a chimpanzee in the wild. It lives in a complex world. It climbs, finds food, communicates, competes, cooperates, remembers social relationships, learns from other individuals. But if confined to a small space, day after day, with no tasks, no freedom, no natural social structure, brain born to process a complex world will begin to turn inward. And then strange behaviors appear. Not because the animal is bad, but because the environment has overloaded its nervous system. Here's the important point: an unusual individual is sometimes not born unusual. It is made that way by circumstances. But the environment isn't everything. Like humans, animals also have individual differences. Within the same species, some individuals are more daring, some are more timid, some are more curious, some are more aggressive, some prefer exploration, while others choose avoidance. Researchers call this animal personality. Many studies have examined behavioral axes such as boldness, exploratory level, activity, aggression across different species. This means that within a wolf pack, not all wolves are the same. One might be more reckless. One might be more confrontational. One might be more easily agitated. Another might be adept at observation and risk avoidance. In nature, these differences are sometimes very useful. A group of all timid individuals might miss opportunities. A group composed entirely of reckless individuals can be self-destructive. But when there are diverse personality types, the group can adapt better. However, sometimes an individual's level of aggression, fear, or impulsivity is so high that it no longer fits into its social environment. It fights too much. It can't read social cues. It overreacts. It disrupts the stability of the group. And when that happens, we can call it behavioral abnormality.